So we're going to be looking at ticker symbol GME for GameStop to sort of understand what is going on with this stock. If there's any news catalyst for GME, and what sort of price action we can expect in the next following days. So I've gone ahead and I've already put in some resistance lines, which you can see clearly on the graph, and. So let's get into this. Right now, we've seen GameStop see a high of its all-time high. It actually surpassed around. I think it went higher than $320. Let's zoom out a little bit more and see if we can catch the last. There we go. This short squeeze right here. So this was the last short squeeze right here where it actually went all the way up to $500, and I think this was just for a split second, and it quickly came back down to around $464, and this happened on 28th of January. Since then, we have seen GameStop sort of trail um, downwards. We saw this major correction. Uh, we saw this major correction with GameStop, and then there was a little bit of more of a short squeeze where we saw it go up. There was some nice consolidation in this area, and then another spike up with a correction. And now we are sort of consolidating in a new zone again, possibly just waiting for a new breakout for GME. So, what sort of indicators can we watch out for, and what sort of resistance um, should we be looking at? So right now, if we're to look at yesterday's closing day, we did break our resistance of $161, and we went all the way down to $158 was our closing for the day of Friday, which was yesterday. What uh, It's a little bit hard to determine how this stock will move because of the high short squeeze level that GameStop has. So we really want to see some sort of consolidation within within oopsie daisy, where did it go? Right over here. So we do want to see some sort of consolidation over here and then trailing all the way up, reaching for those new highs that we've seen GameStop make before. So that is what we're watching for. So individuals who are trading uh, GameStop can look at those crucial levels just to why isn't this, there we go, just to make sure that their entry positions are well planned out, especially with such a volatile stock like GME. um, so for the past couple of days, the uh, the stock has seen a low of $118, which was around, I think, just a little bit before the 25th of March. Since then, we have seen it sort of trail within this region right over here, which is a good zone. There is good resistance in these sort of zones right over here. But everyone is looking for the quick return with GME, and that is what is really hard to sort of predict without looking at the daily volume numbers of how many stocks are being bought and sold on the market. Um, so let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit more to see where we are, and maybe possibly even add a few more resistance lines while looking at the 1 month chart, which we're going to be doing right now. So now we're looking at the 1 month chart. Again, we are very nicely within our resistance zones, and just slightly breaking out of this, um, out of the $162 zone. Hopefully, if it does break this, then I do expect for it to come down, possibly even test this 118.74, or maybe even just trail within this, and then again testing that $198 resistance that we've marked before. If we do, if there is any catalyst, and that would be the short squeeze that what everybody is waiting for, that would be the major catalyst of how many stocks get covered by the big hedge funds who are shorting GameStop. So we do really want to see it just sort of trail within this and then break out for its high. At least that's what I'm expecting. So let's go ahead and let's open up some of the indicators. Let's look at the RSI and let's see what sort of strength has been playing out in the last couple of days. So this is very interesting right now. So we are currently, let's just get rid of this line. We are in the oversold territory. So this breaking out of this $158 was a nice possibly a nice entry for individuals looking to get into GME. As you can see over here, let's see if we can zoom, make this a little bit bigger, and zoom this right over here. So as you can see right over here, we were in the oversold territory, and now we've sort of broken out of these resistance lines on the RSI, and we are in the oversold territory. So we could actually see some nice price action movement upwards since this decline, from looking at the RSI and especially the last couple of days and how the stock has been performing. So because we're in the oversold, I do actually expect how I see this stock to perform for the day of Monday. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit more into, let's full screen this right over here, and let's zoom this out just a little bit so we can get a better nice there we go. So these are the last couple of days how we've been trading, and what we can expect for after looking at the RSI indicator, that we might actually retest this $198 resistance zone for the day of Monday, and then pushing out, testing that $221, which would be the next target. As long as we stay within these resistance lines, we we can say that it's a healthy indication that the stock is consolidating and maintaining its price, and not really crashing so rapidly and sort of losing that volatility factor where people are maybe more comfortable to get into the trade. So let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit more into the one-day chart. Again, we are just below our $161 resistance line, so I'm hoping for this to correct itself, test this $161, and then make its way back up, which looks to be as the obvious sign. So let's go ahead and see if we can find any news regarding GameStop, and which could also maybe secure our thesis for this stock. So let's zoom out a little bit on GameStop. Let's look at the year to date. Let's zoom this right over here. That's where we are right now, and we're gonna go ahead and see if we can find some sort of new news. Let's go ahead and zoom this just a little bit out. News. Plotkin, Melvin Capital extends first quarter losses to 49%. They were one of the largest companies to short GameStop. Do with his GME. So, what will Roaring Kitty do with his GameStop GME call positions? GameStop plans to elect Ryan Cohen as board chairman. So, GameStop has been hiring a lot of very smart people into their team since this whole commotion on their stock price. Um, the case for GameStop hitting 1,000 this year. Let's go ahead and see what Investor Place is saying. Violent swings in recent days have caused many investors to wonder what the heck is going on with GME stock. Recent moves represent a truly historic moment in investing history. The investing world has changed, and we're witnessing history. So, GME has been one of those trade which has garnered a lot of attention just because of the amount of volatility and the price action that we've seen, and the fact that hedge funds were able to short GME 140% is going to be taught in business school classrooms again. So there's going to be a lot of work done on GME. Um, let's go ahead and back out of here. GameStop sinks on plans to offer 3.5 million shares, so maybe they're adding more shares. GME drops announces plans to sell up to GME. So there are plans. There were some plans to sell GME, which could have been the reason for that 14% drop, which we saw a couple of days ago. American Gaming Consumer Electronics has announced a plan to sell up to 3.5 million shares. The firm announced Monday that it had filed. So there might still be some lower price action just because of this catalyst where I'll see if I can highlight this. For some reason it's not letting me. So right over here, sell up to 3.5 million shares of GME stock via at the market. And this will obviously bring the price for GME a little bit down, but again, there still is a very high short squeeze on it, and people will be taking profits. Noted the common stock will be out through American multinational independent investment bank Jefferies. So really, it's been the same sort of news that we've been hearing about Melvin Capital, uh, Reddit, and the newest news, which was 5 days ago, was the GME's plan to sell up to 3.5 million shares, which which probably resulted in the lower downward action. So let's go ahead, zoom out of there. So if we have reached the oversold territory on the RSI, usually it will it would the after it reaches the oversold, then it will try to recover back um, some sort of price action to the upward side. I'm gonna try and lower. Let's go ahead and close RSI, and let's bring this down. So what we can see from right over here is a nice healthy trajectory sort of upwards, and we wanted to sort of maintain within these zones. This would be very interesting to somewhat see for the next couple of days. Let's throw in another line over here. Let's move. Let's go ahead and see where. So as you can see with this new line, I'm going to just extend this way out, right over here. And let's go ahead and make this a little bit thicker. Perfect. So, this is some nice indicators. As long as we sort of see GameStop trail in these regions, we should be okay. If it is to break our our uh, our new resistance line right over here, if it is to break out of this, then we could see a test of that $118, and then we can reevaluate our thesis for GME. But as long as we stay within these zones, I think we could have a nice, healthy move upwards in GME. Um, and that is what I am expecting. So hopefully this was useful to you. Make sure to like, subscribe, and if you have any companies that you would like me to um, look over, just make sure to leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll um get a video out for that company as soon as possible. All right, you know what it is, um, and thanks for watching.